Hello, my dear instructor and classmates. The book I have selected to write a monologue about is Chronicle This Foretold by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. First of all, the story took place in a small town on the north coast of Colombia. In the morning after the biggest wedding the town has ever seen, Santiago Nasser, a local man and mostly an upstanding citizen, is brutally murdered outside his own front door. The storyteller has told a story about the people of a city which no one did something or said something to prevent this. At the time, all the people knows that they want to kill him because of sexual relationship which they think he had with their sister. Why I have selected this book to write about? Simply because I enjoyed reading that story. Because when I read that story, I wish I was in that city to do something to prevent that this, to say something to prevent that this. I remember during this reading the book, several times I called the people of the city, the characters, please do something, please say something. They kill him. Even I was crying for Santiago Nasser because I wasn't able to do something, and I saw how people know they want to kill him and no one do something, and that made me nervous. Why I select this form monologue to say my story? Because I thought monologue is appropriate form for telling a story through a monologue. Because through a monologue I was able to have an imaginary trip to that city, to inside the city, to inside the book. And in my imaginary trip, I ask people, as a reporter, I ask people after years about that days. I ask three characters about that days, and through my point of view, I told the story. But my story is different with Marcus' story, because Marcus' story is just about how people said nothing until he was killed, because of what reason, and it's not clear why people didn't nothing. So, in my monologue, through different point of view, I wanna tell the reason which I think it was the reason which people didn't take a responsibility about that event. And I thought is several reason, and maybe one of the reason is some people has hate for him because he was a handsome and wealthy man, because of jealousy. In story we can see two brothers. They have told to everyone they want to kill Santiago Nasser. And the second reason, I thought maybe some people just have a curiosity to see the brutal event. The another person I had interview with her in my imaginary trip, it was Victoria Guzman, and I asked her why she did nothing. Did she was happy that she knew the twins will kill him? And the answer I have chose for her is that I have been seduced by his father, Ibrahim Nasser. I have made love to him in secret for several years. But finally, he brought me to his fucking home as a servant. So I did nothing because I want to take a revenge. I think the story is about society more than a story about individuals. Because it's right, the individual, two brother killed him, but the two brother represent a traditional society with a traditional value which looks to woman as a commodity, as a product. The values which want women to be original, like a product. The Marcus story tries to say how happened, and my monologue tries to say what and why happened.